Core dance has been a wonderful encounter, unexpected, in Toulouse, in France. Toulouse, in the history of Europe, about the refugees, it's one of the key cities because Toulouse became the host city that welcomed all the Spanish refugees from the civil war in Spain. It's very curious that it has been this encounter between core dance and myself in the city, in the country that is France, and the history that there is between France and Atlanta. And also, more than today, I'm representing French culture being a Spanish. So that's the richness that it's beautiful. It's the richness that, once again, noticing the importance of these encounters and how we feed each other and what can we create together. That's what I'm interested in. So the fact of being an artist, it takes you to go across different cultures because of touring, and specifically one of the focus has marked my experience deeply. It's been going around Africa. So it was in Africa while I was facing the question of transmission. A question appeared to me, a question that I don't know if it has an answer, but it's how to transmit, how to convey without colonizing the other. And there, a journey started that never has an ending. So yes, nowadays, one of the biggest problems is the question about migration. And migration, it's understood but under a social context and economical context. But I would like to think that it's more about a question of exile. What does this mean? So then one person, by any reason, decide to leave one place to get to another place. And it happens that a lot of people, they don't even arrive to that other place. So what does that mean? So that the human being is considered a number. And for me, the human being, it's a human being. It's a being that is a provider of multiple stories and multiple cultures and languages. For me, it's all about how to receive the other, how to receive the stranger, because it's different from me, but maybe it can exist a dialogue that can enrich a living together. So that's for me what interests me, to put it into a scene, to put it into space and a time. So it's the question about the richness of the difference.
She doesn't go blind.
For human landscapes, I've chosen a space. It's a space that is the big complex, which is an old warehouse that has had also a past. And so the idea is to generate a space for perception. It's about going out from the usual formatted of a theater, for example, and so that the audience can move around in function of how do we organize and distribute the different spaces inside. We are in a moment in the history that is crucial because it's the question of the displacement, migrations. It's the question about the planet, the environment, the ecological awareness, the terrorism. All of that inhabits me. It scares me, but at the same time, these things push me to create. I don't know if it's a question of being optimist, but what I know is that the body, the human being, we have it all. We are diamonds. I say this every time to the dancers. You are diamonds, we are all diamonds. Why do we destroy ourselves? Why do we destroy each other? Why do we destroy this planet also? Let's be courageous.
The coraje también. The escapes, the costumes are all illusory.